You ready for school? You're still eating? Alright. You are going fast, buddy. Today we are heading into a piece of private that's just down the road from my house that I've been able to hunt for years. Sometimes there's a nice buck on it, a lot of times there's not. And I usually am, again, already done all this stuff, but this year I just ran around public so much I didn't get around to some of my little pieces of private, so we're going to go in there now. And where I put the camera's right off a human trail, and I put it there every year, so I don't think it's going to be a big deal if I'm just now getting around to it. Then we're going to go check some more cameras on a piece of private next to my house that I can hunt. It's getting close now. We're all getting excited. So this piece looks like it all has corn this year, which is a good thing. I'm just going to walk down here, get on the cornfield edge and look for tracks. The bad part about this year, it's been so dry that you can't really see much tracks. This is just the guy that lets me hunt here. His house is right here, and then he just owns this woods that's behind his house right here. I killed a deer here maybe 4 years ago with my bow. Oh, there goes a deer. They do like to bed. There's always does bedding right in this little corner. And then his house is right through there, so not very far from his house. Another deer just jumped up right inside this little patch of briars. Again, his house is right there, so they bed right behind his house. Usually I see the does bedding in there, and the buck's bed where I'm about ready to take you. A lot of deer tracks in this field, but there's usually quite a few does back here. That makes me happy. I'm in the area where the bucks like to bed, and it's at this little finger that goes out into the cornfield. It's just like a little finger that goes out into the cornfield a little ways, and it's real nasty and thick. I'm not seeing as much sign in the woods here as what we were seeing on the edge of the cornfield out there, so I think I'm going to actually put the camera out there on the edge of the cornfield instead of in here. Just seems like all the deer are using that cornfield edge and probably, starting to eat corn now instead of in here on the oaks. Again, lots of white oaks in here. I looked at like probably 6 trees, and not a lot of them fallen or anything. Not a lot of them on the tree either, so. Full service. So just going to be overlooking this cornfield edge here, and lots of tracks coming up and down it, so it should be a good little spot here. The beds are just, the buck bedding is probably 70 yards that way. Cool spot. Where I shot my buck, I was actually sitting inside the woods right over there, and he came out of bedding and walked down into the woods right in front of me, and I shot him at probably 5 yards. He was real close. Heading into the next spot here, and this spot is just right in front of his house. His house is right up there, so I'm just gonna find a good place to put another camera up. I've actually never hunted on this part of this property. Don't know why, just never have. So could be a good little overlooked area. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a pin oak fallen really good right here along this field edge, and then the track started to pick up, and also it seems like the corn and stuff is kind of knocked down through here a little bit. So these acorns that are probably falling off this tree here are falling out in here, and the deer are really using this area. So I'm going to clear out a little spot right here on that tree. Don't have to do much clearing, and just kind of face the camera into this little opening and see what's using this area. Doesn't seem like as good an area as that other spot that I was at, just because of the amount of sign right here. Beautiful day though. Okay, got that cell cam up, and I just got him overlooking these oaks that are falling in the cornfield. I used one of those screw-in dealios there that trail cam mounts. I use those sometimes on private land just to hide the camera a little more. It eliminates a strap. You can kind of sneak them around corners of trees and kind of cool areas like that. Probably should mark this because I've never had a camera right here before. Okay, good to go. Almost back to the truck, and didn't notice this on the way in, but fresh rub on that little sapling there. This is the next spot we're going to. We got about an hour before we gotta go pick up Huck, and I put these cameras in a manner where I can drive my truck down the farm lane and then just like leave the truck running, hop out, grab the card, get back in the truck and keep going. I did that by design so I could kind of come in here and check these and not have to, you know, spook anything or mess anything up for the most part. So all of these cameras are literally a few feet off this main farm trail that goes, or farm road that goes through the area, and it'll make more sense once you see it. Okay, so I'm on the farm road right here. My camera's 5 yards from me right now. Gonna hop out, switch the cards, get back in the truck, keep going. Okay, because I'm impatient, got my card reader out of my bag. Just gonna look at it real quick. Make sure I don't need to adjust anything or fix anything. Okay, this one's kind of the same thing, but I just got it hanging right off the, literally right off the path here. There's just a really good trail coming over that railroad track and into this cornfield. So let's check out one real quick. For 2 on them cameras. This next one though is the one I'm most excited about. Like the farmer had been doing a lot of work through here, cutting wood and stuff, so maybe why that wasn't much on those 2 cameras starting off here. Well, those 3 cameras were flops. Honestly, I think with the farmer doing a lot of work down here, and then there was actually a guy on my camera with a rifle, and the farmer said he had someone out here shooting does for on deprivation permits, so that probably has something to do with it, getting a little pressure right here. But leave the cameras and see what they tell me and go from there. You never know when a little spot like this can get hot, come rut or something like that. Did you have a good day at school? No? Oh man.